Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the Annelida. Annelids, they are segmented animals. Segmented means these segments we can call as the metamers, metameric animals. Now here the examples of the annelids: Nereis, earthworm. Earthworm scientific name is the Ferritima. Next one is the Hirudinaria. Now this is also called as the blood sucking leech. These animals are belongs to the sanguivorous animals. Blood sucking animals are called as sanguivorous animals. This is one of the example is leech. Another example is mosquitoes. Next one is second one is some animals are in terrestrial living and some are in the free living form. You know meaning of free living? Then they are not parasitic form. Independently they are living. Free living means independently life. And terrestrial life means land living. Next, the animals are bilateral, triploblastic and organ level of organization, and these animals are having, these are all having the coelomates. We already discussed previous class. They are the platyhelminthes are the acoelomates, flattened animals, and Aschelminthes are the pseudocoelomates. But now the coelomic animals are started from here to onwards. So annelids are the coelomates. Body cavity is present. Next one is body is segmented and metameric animals. So I told this one, body is divided into like segments. Next one is the body wall. If you are observing the body wall, if you are observing, they are made up of the circular and longitudinal muscles. If you are observing the wall of the body, see here, this one is the earthworm, this one is the earthworm. What I am telling, this one is the earthworm wall. The wall surface, it is made up of with the cuticle. The respiration also, it's a cuticular respiration. Here there is no proper respiratory organ. If you are observing the wall of this one is outer layer, middle layer. See, I will explain here. This one is the wall. So this portion we can call as the cuticle. This portion we can call as the cuticle. Next one is inner side. This one is the epidermis. These are the epidermal cells. Then it is followed by the mucus secreting cells. These are all the mucus secreting cells. Next it is followed by the, there are two types of muscles. So outer layer of the muscles we can call as the circular muscles. These are all called as the circular muscles, and here it is having the longitudinal muscles. Not only that, from here to onwards a small hair-like structures came outside. These are called as the setae, S-E-T-A-E, setae. We can see in this setae structure in the earthworm. So what I am telling here, these muscles, so they are the circular muscles, longitudinal muscles, and not only that, these setae structures. These three structures are helpful for the locomotion. So if you are observing this earthworm like this, it is moving like this it will moving. That while moving like this, these muscles, circular and longitudinal muscles are more helpful. Next one is some animals are having the parapodia. This one is the some animals, just like Nereis, parapodia. These parapodia are helpful for the swimming. Swimming means actually swimming. It is a swimming also a type of the locomotion. So that means parapodia participate in the swimming, means parapodia helpful for the locomotion also, correct. So this one is the parapodia. Outside it is there, small, and they are getting a small type of cilia. These are the cilia. Small cilia also will be developed. Small cilia. Next one is circulatory system. If you are observing the parapodia is the also locomotory organ, closed circulatory system, and respiration will be takes place in the cuticular respiration. Outside cuticle is present earthworm, that we can call as the cuticular respiration, and circulatory system is a closed circulatory system. Actually circulatory system two types are. The closed means the blood is flowing inside the blood vessels. That means here blood vessels are there. So open circulatory system means the blood is flowing in the open space. Next one is the nephridia. So we can call this one is they participate in the osmoregulation plus excretion, just like our kidney of the earthworm is the nephridia. So nephridia. Next one is the nerve system. Nerve system is mainly pharyngeal are also called as the paired ganglia. It will takes place through the paired ganglia. Paired ganglia. Paired ganglia means bundle of neurons. This is the bundle of neurons. So paired, this one more. So paired ganglia, this one we can call as the paired ganglia, and paired with the lateral nerves, and they are paired with the lateral nerves and ventral nerve cord. This one is the ventral nerve cord and lateral nerves. These are the lateral nerves. So due to this pairing, this paired ganglia will form. Ganglia means bundle of neurons. Next one is mostly these animals are the dioecious forms. That means some are hermaphrodites. Nereis are the example. Nereis, Nereis, aquatic and dioecious. Dioecious means unisexual. Nereis is dioecious. But earthworm is hermaphrodite. Both sexes are present. Earthworm is hermaphrodite. Monoecious. Earthworm plus leech. Earthworm plus leech is these two are the hermaphrodite. Nereis is unisexual. That means dioecious form. So these are the examples of the some characters of the annelids. Next one is the arthropoda. If you are observing the arthropoda, see here detailed structure it is there in the NCERT. Detailed lessons are there in the next one in morphology of the structural organization of animal chapter. These about this earthworm and cockroach detailed explanation is there. Don't worry about this. We will detailedly discuss in the earthworm and cockroach. And next you come to the arthropoda. In arthropoda, here is the largest phylum. So that means arthro means jointed legs animals are called as the arthropoda, means these legs. Jointed leg animals are called as the arthropods. First time actually joints are formed in these animals. First time we have the jointed legs, we have jointed hands, like that. First time which animals are having the jointed legs means these animals only. Now here in arthropods, now this one is the largest phylum of animals, which includes the insects. Over 2/3 of the all named species are earth are the arthropods. Most of the animals on the earth are insects. Now recently some locusts, you know meaning of locusts, these are the locusts. Locusts, they are migrating all over the world, mid-thigh. So they are migrating all over the world. These are also belongs to these arthropods only. Next they have organ system level of organization. So level organization, bilateral symmetry, triploblastic and coelomic fluids. This one is very easy. Coelomates. This point is common from the animal annelida to onwards. All these points are common. What is that? Diploblastic, this one is the bilateral symmetry, triploblastic animals and coelomates. These organ level of organization. From here to onwards, all organ level of organizations only. So now here the body of arthropods is covered by the chitinous exoskeleton. If you are observing this body outside, very hard chitinous film. If you are touch the cockroach outside is very hard. Now here if you are coming into the annelids, the outer surface is covered with the cuticle. Here is the chitinous hexagon. Here it is soft, here it is hard. And the next one is the body of the consisting the body containing the, if you are seeing this one especially if you are observing the especially cockroach, in cockroach body is divided into, see cockroach and a head. Next one is thorax. This portion is called as thorax, and this portion we can call as the abdomen. This one is the head. This portion is called as the thorax, and this portion is called as the abdomen. So no neck. Neck is absent. See here the body consists of head, thorax and abdomen. They have conjointed appendages. I already discussed. Respiration will take place with the 4 organs. One is the gills, book gills, book lungs are also called as these book lungs, tracheal system. These are three respiratory organs. Here in the, if you are coming into the cuticle, here it is annelids cuticular respiration. Here respiratory organs are very well developed. Gills, book gills, and here tracheal system. Next, circulatory system. Here it is in annelids. It is a closed circulatory system. Here is very, very important. Open circulatory system we can see in the characteristic feature of the arthropods, because blood vessels are very poorly developed. Next, sensory organs like antenna, very important. Sensory organs like antenna, eyes, compound eyes, we can see the compound eye and simple eye. Very interesting thing is actually here they having the animal having the, these are the two compound eyes are present. Other than these compound eyes, poorly developed a pair of the simple eyes also present. Simple eyes are also present. Next, this one is the abdomen. So these are the compound eyes. These a pair of simple eyes also present. What a wonder here. So 2 plus 2, 4 eyes. We are not having the 4 eyes, but this cockroach having the 4 eyes. Simple eyes, a paired simple eyes, a well developed compound eyes, very big eyes. But what happening? Simple eyes, small mark we can observe in the cockroaches. So they are reduced eyes. That eyes are called as the ocellus. So they are not working, Nana. So that are the simple eyes. Now here, see here, eyes are compound and simple eyes. That means they are the, we can see. Next one is very important thing is near to the here, in especially in prawns. In prawns, antennas are there. In antenna region, one balancing organ we can see. This one we can see the one balancing organ. This balancing organ is called as the statocyst. Can you remember where another phylum also statocyst is present? You tell in during the time of discussion. Next, excretion takes place through the Malpighian tubules. Here excretion takes place through the Malpighian. The kidneys of the arthropod are the Malpighian tubules. Next, they are the mostly dioecious. Fertilization is usually internal fertilization will take place. They are mostly oviparous. Oviparous means egg laying animals. Development may be direct or indirect. Onoplus larva we can see. Next, examples of these arthropods are the mostly their economic importance is there. Economically important insects are there. Example, apis, honeybees. What is that? Honey we can extract. Next, bombax, silkworm. So here silkworm is there in especially they are producing the silk. So bombax, seba, this one silkworms. So this silk extracting. Next one is laxifer. So lac insect. Laxifer means lac. You know meaning of lac? To sealing purpose they are using lac. Then brown color lac they are using. That is the lac they are extracting. Next, vectors in this family are the Anopheles mosquitoes and Culex mosquitoes. They are causing some diseases. Culex mosquitoes, Aedes. These are all the Aedes mosquito, Anopheles mosquito, Culex mosquito. These are all the mosquitoes which causing to the some diseases. Next, gregarious pest. Gregarious now all over the world suffering with this one locusta. This one midthigh. This locusta, scientific name this one only. Next, living fossil, that are the limulus or king crab. These are the examples.